This is the story of missing children. As you can see, this headstone is nearly eroded away. It's fallen and out of place, and it was run over by a lawnmower, of all things. I filmed this story nearly a year and a half ago, and as you know, I work on any stone that's in need without first looking at the name, the dates, and what you can see here, the names are gone. It's broken for so long that the face is nearly gone. Back out the next morning, just got to take our form off. As I said, this headstone has nearly eroded away, and we've made a new keyway for it. It needed that. But what else does it need? Well, it needs a lot of love, because ultimately, what we've discovered at this headstone is for some little infants. Little infants that no longer have a name written on this headstone. We've had to form a new keyway. This headstone would have historically sat in a keyway. We call that, what I've formed in concrete, we call that a keyway. We've had to make a new one. The old one is missing, it's gone, it's buried, it's not here anymore. This keyway will support this headstone and keep it upright for the future. So we're getting this in place and level, making sure that we've got a really good quality foundation in place to keep this headstone up for much longer. Okay, so now we just need to mortar the keyway here. We're going to use a traditional lime mortar. This is from Otterbein. It's a high strength lime mortar. First step, just a scratch coat. So what do we know about this headstone? The only clue that we had to go on was on the inscription. Below where the names would have been written, it said, "Children of J.G. and R.O. Weeks." Unfortunately, the stone had been moved a bit from its original location, and so with a lot of research and old record books, help from the initials, we got it on the right plot, and so we know that this is the grave of two young children, an unnamed infant, and their brother Orphy Weeks, who died as a 3-month-old in 1867. The parents were John Griffiths and Rachel O. Weeks. Rachel was originally from New Jersey and John from Ohio. Rachel was 43 years old when Orphy was born. This project takes a long time when you're setting up concrete, so I could use a quick drying concrete, but I just use the standard concrete. So I let that set up overnight, and then we set this up with a historic lime mortar, and then what you see here is something I did off camera last night as I was wrapping up. Is you really can't allow the lime mortar to dry out too quickly. It does take quite a long time, many days, where it needs to stay moist. So you have to have it covered and keep it hydrated, so you have to come back and mist it. So it's a little bit of a fussy product to be working with, but it's great, and it's historically accurate and really important to use. Now this is a fresh fracture, and we got it out of the ground the other day, but I am going to use a little wire brush here on the mating surface just to make sure that I get off any loose material, but it's already clean, so I'm not going to use any water on this and get away without that. But we're going to use the Akimi Ecopox 5010 product. This is a 2-part epoxy. It's a 1-to-2 ratio.
I just measure it out using spoons. This is the B, so 2 spoons of this. You can see very, very clear, and that will stay that way. Okay, so now that we've got this up, this is where we're looking at the infill material. You can see just a little bit of squeeze out right there, and now we're going to work on getting this infill material. There's some areas of loss here, here, on the front there, and through here. I'm going to use marble dust, fine sand marble dust. This is some amazing water, by the way, Northern Chill, very good, get some. But I use it as a container to store my marble dust, so that's what's in here. It's just crushed, finely ground sand of marble. To start with, and we're going to use the tuck to the joint. Just keep cleaning the tool as you go.